Tough time. Our commentator at Kenilworth Road is John Motson.
A familiar cup tie atmosphere at compact Kenilworth Road. A full house of 10,000, 2,000 from Southampton and 8,000 Luton supporters wondering if 22-year-old Scott Oakes can produce his cup heroics of last season when he scored against Newcastle here and then got a hat-trick against West Ham, which took Luton into the semi-final. 6 survivors only from Wembley in David Pleat's team. One of the absentees, Julian James, is suspended, so number 7, Paul Telfer, will play at right back. And there's a Luton debut up front for 33-year-old Wayne Biggins on loan from Stoke. The sale of John Hartson has left Luton light in that area. Biggins' partner is another 33-year-old, Kerry Dixon, playing against one of his old clubs. And their manager, Alan Ball, is without Ken Moncal, who's suspended, Jason Dodd, who's ill, and Ronnie Ekelund, who's injured. So it's a 5-man defence with Simon Charlton playing his first game since October. Up front, there's the Letitia factor with Saints' new capture from Chelsea, Neil Shipperley, who cost them £1.2 million. Gerald Ashby of Worcester gets this cup tie started. Luton in white, playing from the right. Kerry Dixon straight away to Biggins. Bustled off it by Magilton. Now Letitia. Two teams who like to play the ball to feet here today. We'll see if they can do that in the hurly-burly of an FA Cup match. Here's Shipperley. It's got a bit of a ring to it, this fixture, reminiscing before the game with Laurie McMenemy about a match here a few years ago which ended 3-3 between the two clubs. Seen on Match of the Day, and it ended in fog, but the weather conditions here are fine. The pitch is very green for this stage of the season, possibly the best it's ever been here in January, and this is Bruce Grobbelaar. Straight to Oakes, though. It's got Dwight Marshall wide here. Back to Telfer and into Waddock. Alan Ball in the cap at the far end of the Southampton bench. Lots of talk this week about the proximity of officials and players to the crowd. Well, they couldn't be closer than they are at Luton. Sommer. Oh, the flick on was by Kerry Dixon to Marshall. He takes on Benali and beats him. Biggins near post and cleared by Witherington. It's a good break by Luton. Now we'll see if the corners that David Pleat was practicing yesterday, with Biggins at the heart of it in there, are going to pay dividends today. He's got Johnson and Thomas coming up deeper from the 18-yard line. Oh, and there was Thomas and Johnson. Off the line, Mitchell Thomas's effort. And Oakes again for Luton. Well, they worked so hard in freezing conditions yesterday morning in the snow on that corner, and it nearly brought the first goal. 4 in a line up front here for Luton. Oakes. They've started well, the Ensley side. Telfer. Oakes again. This is Preece. Still got 3 in there, though. Waddock. Mitchell Thomas wide. It's going towards Marshall. Oh, and Charlton came in behind him, and Luton appeal for a push. Gerald Ashby says no foul. But the corner, delivered by Scott Oakes, caused Southampton concern. And watch for Mitchell Thomas coming in here. There's the header. And the man on the line just gets it away with Grobbelaar beaten. Simon Charlton, I think it was. Forward by Preece, good ball, Oakes to Dixon. Well, Kerry Dixon perhaps prefers to remember his Chelsea days to his Southampton career, which wasn't very long. But he's a good campaigner, and he picks this up here from Oakes. And he's got a testimonial coming up at Chelsea. That's a good-looking ball. Heaney was the player he found. Shipley's coming in, and Southampton's first opening, a corner forced, given away by Johnson on the stretch to stop Shipley. An attack inevitably orchestrated by Le Tissier, who is now ambling across to take the corner. Good move. Now Richard Hall is forward, talking to Shipley on the edge of the area. Perhaps debating who should come in first for this. But in any event, some shoving gives a free kick to Luton. That was his first sight of goal today. Oh, Grobbelaar straight to Marshall. Now it's Priest. And a chance here for Oates. Or maybe for Dixon. Yes, it was Dixon. Well, he scored a fantastic goal in the Ensley League not many weeks ago. I think it was at Barnsley, Kerry Dixon, attempting to curl that one inside the far upright. But it was Grobbelaar, really, whose clearance gave Luton that opening. Oh, it's a misunderstanding, and it's given Biggins the chance to find Priest. Good early ball, Telfer the player making the break. But, oh, he's out of his goal. Marshall. They've got two in the middle. Grobbelaar's regained his position now. Marshall drives it, Biggins! Well, all sorts of reactions there. Biggins is just notifying how near that was. Very close. Southampton haven't won away since the 24th of September. Heaney, Shipley, Maddison sends Heaney on his way again. Defender is Telfer. Maddison, Widrington, Le Tissier, oh, flicked on, Magilton, danger here, Shipley! Good chance, the best Southampton have had. He was in the clear there, didn't keep it down. Waddock. Oh. Benali. Shipley. A bit ragged there. This is Heaney. Oh, it's a good run by Heaney. Near post, Shipley! Southampton are in front, and Neil Shipley, having missed a chance earlier, is so glad to make amends. It's his first goal for Southampton, the £1.2 million signing, but all the credit really to Heaney initially. Shipley didn't get the greatest touch on it actually, but it went inside the near post. Where the Luton marking was on Shipley, I'm not entirely sure. I don't think they are either. Look where he's got away there from Marvin Johnson. But a goal is a goal, especially in a cup tie. And the Premiership team, who I have a feeling would be berated by Alan Ball at half-time, his words have had the desired effect. They're in front. Now then, the whole scene changes. Can Luton, who dictated the first half, to a large extent, come from behind? Johnson is up for the free kick. Telfer to take it. Short to Waddock. And Luton have gone a bit just for the moment. Look at Le Tissier here. Oh, and Sommer. Well, that was a... Oh, Magilton. And Sommer blocked that. Good thing he didn't handle it. As Magilton struck the second one, Sommer was nearly on the halfway line. Here's Letitia. Now Priest. They've got runners up here. Dixon. It's got to go on again. Oakes. Oh, he's played that behind Marshall. Southampton exerted their Premiership status on this cup match. It would look that way. Here's Magilton. Nice run by Shipley. Brilliant the way he curved his run, and he's through, and he's onside, and a good save by Sommer. This has been a belting 5 minutes for Southampton. Here's Maddison. Crowd trying to resuscitate Luton. Dwight Marshall. Waddock. Hammered away by Hall. Letizier's on the far side with Mitchell Thomas. There's Shipley repaying the first part of his transfer fee. Break on for Luton, if it's played right. Marshall, leave it to Priest, they're saying. Oh, they did, look at this. It's Oakes, and look where Grobbelaar is. Ah, Scott Oakes, blocked by the keeper, who must have made 18 yards. Well, you always know with Grobbelaar, he'll take an early decision. Sometimes it seemed to be erratic, but there, it was absolutely justified. Now Biggins are getting more space. Priest on the far side. Quality ball needed. Biggins, Telfer, and now Waddock. Oakes is trying to make some width here. Biggins looking for Dixon. Priest. Oh, a chance here for Mitchell Thomas. He's better on his right foot than he is on his left. And Grobbelaar was right behind that. But Luton made an extra man in attack. And the ingredient that you always need in a cup tie, real excitement, is now with us. It's Dixon looking for Marshall. Telfer's there. Oh, and the header was by Johnson. It was scrambled away for a corner. On the far side this time. Good flick on here by Telfer. And look at that, really from there you'd think Johnson would have expected to score. But the cover was there. Away by Letitia. Back by Waddock. They want that width. Priest again. Plenty in there for Luton. Johnson again. Benali jumped with him, and there was impact there. Priest can deliver these balls with his left foot all day long, and they're diving in front of Johnson there to put him off. And Mitchell Thomas gets it down. Free kick. Yes, it was. It was Biggins who was fouled by Benali. Priest. Oh, they've made a lovely run here. Telfer. Oh, and three of them hold their heads in the middle. He was supposed to head that back across, I suppose. Anyway, the carefully worked free kick, only half came off. Here's Heaney. And he's in here, Heaney. Letitia far post. Oh, stretching there, Mitchell Thomas. And a fall by Widdrington has let Oakes break away for Luton. Three others with him. Scott Oakes down the middle. Might go all the way. Dixon. Oh. Well, in the space of 30 seconds there, either side could have scored, and perhaps should. They're getting some joy out of Heaney in this second half, Southampton. He's found Charlton here. Now it's Neil Maddison. Shipperley's to his right, well placed. Oh, and Sommer again. Well, Southampton have had 3 chances to go 2-0 clear and lock this up. And Sommer is one reason why they haven't succeeded. That's a really good piece of play by Maddison. And Shipperley trying to steer it to the goalkeeper's left. The foot came out. Well, I've lost count now of the number of chances in this second half. We have another one here. It's Dwight Marshall. And they're appealing for hands. Good! Penalty! The linesman on the near side must have given it. The referee looked across, and it's a penalty for handball. The linesman was the person in the best position to see. Was it hands? Was it inside the area? These are the questions that Southampton are contesting with referee Ashby. But what have we got here? A chance for Luton to equalise. And Telfer has put the ball on the spot. Number 7. Oh, Gromelin, great save! Mitchell Thomas can't get to it. Heroics here from the veteran goalkeeper, who saves Telfer's penalty. Southampton may feel some kind of justice was done, but the danger is not over. It's Priest to take. And Telfer again, his morale will be low now. Priest. Johnson. Kerry Dixon. Oh, might have done better even then. Bruce Grobbelaar. Well, what a week he's had. Zimbabwe Sunday, Highbury Tuesday, penalty save at Luton Saturday. Could have kept his side in the cup. Oh, good header on by Biggins. Marshall! Marshall! Oh, the best chance of all. He just seems to lack composure, which is strange because he is the joint top scorer. But look here, he did the hard part. He got wide of 2 defenders, lofted it over the second one, but the volley straight at a grateful Grobbelaar. This is Magilton. Shipperley, a lovely return! It's Magilton! And he's missed at the other end! Wow. Magilton got it over the keeper and over the bar. Dixon with the flick on. Oakes. Oh, Marshall. Biggins in the middle. Still Marshall. Biggins! The 33-year-old on loan in his first game gets the equaliser. With 10 minutes to go, it's Wayne Biggins for Luton. And Marshall provides the pass that he's been threatening to provide all afternoon. He got that one absolutely spot on, the number 11. He's gone behind Jeff Kenner. He's laid it back perfectly. And Biggins, on his travels down the years with many clubs, just doesn't miss those. It's 1-1, and Luton deserve it. They've had so much of the game, made so many chances. Southampton have passed up the opportunity to lock the game up, and now it's all square. Let's look at the 2 managers there. What a good shot that is of the tension down on the bench. Shipperley in there. Still in there. Oh, here comes Hughes. Feels for hands. Linesman is asked by the referee, says no. Close, I would say that. Trevor Peake is making his way back. Ooh, Telfer a bit lucky, I think, there. Well, a cracking cup tie. As good, if not better, than the one at Walsall in the last round when Premiership was stretched all the way by Ensley League. Neil Shipperley gave Southampton the lead. Luton responded, having dictated the game earlier. They got the equaliser through the newcomer Biggins, an inspired loan signing, as it turns out, by David Pleat. But the story of that cup tie, as it kept the crowd on the edge of their seats, was not so much the 2 goals that were scored as the many that were missed. It was thrill-a-minute stuff in the second half, and in the midst of it all, Grobbelaar saved a penalty.
Now, I realise your personal situation is not up for discussion, but I would like to ask you whether it's been difficult to keep your mind on the game these last few turbulent weeks in the life of Mr. Grobbelaar.
I haven't been perturbed about the other aspect. I've played my game to the best of my ability always, and I will do continually, because I know that I've done nothing wrong.
I've thought many long hours about it, and I think it would be very hard for him to have continued playing the way he is if things were amiss. And I think the fact that he knows that he's innocent of the charges against him have allowed him to get on with his game, and then football itself has taken his mind off the situation.
Now, last year we beat Newcastle and West Ham at the second attempt, so maybe if we can do a little bit better than today in terms of finishing. Sometimes when you have maybe less pressure away from home, you may finish a little bit more clinically, but we had lots of pressure today, but we just couldn't force it past that man. What's his name?
That man, Letitia, looked a mere mortal today in that match. He didn't contribute that much, not as much as we expect him to do in a cup tie like that.
No, he didn't have his best days today. I think he is wonderfully gifted footballer, but you can't do it every week.
Mm-hmm. You picked out one man, though, for special mention.
Yeah, I certainly have, and his name's Dwight Marshall, and there he is. He was outstanding today. He was on the right wing. Looks like another David Pleat bargain. He got him for 150,000 from Plymouth in the summer, and he gave Southampton a torrid time today down that right flank. You see him skip by there, bit of pace. Probably should have tried to chip the far post there, and Kerry Dixon doesn't look too pleased with that particular cross. But he was a threat all afternoon. And we'll see here the Southampton left-back will just come into the picture there, Bruce Grobbelaar. Not quite sure what he's doing out there. No. Lovely pass. And he picks the ball up here, very positive. Good run, and this time good ball in, and very unlucky not to score. Biggins at the near post. And then we go into the second half, and this is the goal. Inside the... Shows terrific balance here, because he could easily have been knocked over. Assured pass back there to Biggins, who scores the goal. But you know, you could have picked 6, 7 pieces today, and here's the penalty, which he was also involved in. It was early cross this time, and I mean, it's debatable whether it's inside or outside, but probably more of an issue is actually whether there was any intent, and I rather doubt it. So I think it was probably harsh and justifiably saved, brilliantly saved by their left back. And this was the penalty at the other end.
Or non-penalty.
The non-penalty, I should say. And if you really look closely, it looks like they might both have handballed it. But it was followed through. It definitely touched his arm there. It's actually frozen on his arm, it seems. I think the referee's probably right on that one
probably
as well.
Right. Possibly
he was wrong on the first one, but right on the second one.
Justice was done in the end, though, wasn't it? It was a good
I think it was a great game. Luton played some terrific football.
Yeah. Now, the next tie is also